Manchester United have adjusted back-to-back wins in the Champions League, guys. Welcome to United Studio Television. Remember, we got our first Champions League win away from PSG, and again yesterday on Wednesday, we really won 5 goals against RB Leipzig. So United really is doing good into the Champions League, and I think we are delighted to see that Ole is putting up such a performance, and this performance really was against this fantastic this performance that United enjoyed a superb 5-0 victory over German outfit RB Leipzig was against this German side that was when they were the semi-finalists in the competition or the Champions League season of 2019-2020, and as we speak right now, they sit on top of the Bundesliga. But Manchester United put Leipzig to the sword after the break, as Manchester United scored 4 goals in 18 minutes. In the remaining 18 minutes, that means United really launched its attack, all its scoring of its goals to its last 4 goals in the 72nd minute, and really saw RB Leipzig skinned by Manchester United at Trafford, and the game ended 5-0. The star of the show was undoubtedly Marcus Rashford. Yes, he was the man of the night as he bagged in his first hat-trick for Manchester United, alongside strikes of Mason Greenwood and Anton Martial. Remember, Anton Martial scored a goal and he really put up an assist, and Paul Pogba got that assist for Mason Greenwood, and Bruno Fernandes really put up an assist to a player known as Marcus Rashford. Yeah, I'm taking some lemon, honey, and warm water. That mixture, that's something that I really wake up on a daily. So guys, let's get into the talking points. And we know we have a lot of things to talk about, but we've pinpointed out 7 talking points that I think are really crucial for us really to talk about. Smash a like on this video, comment and share, and you have the right to go and tell me you're watching it from as we go into these these talking points of Manchester United 5, RB Leipzig 0, and this was another big, more memorable night at Old Trafford. Remember, Champions League football returned at Old Trafford after close to 18-19 months. We last played Barcelona, and it really thumped us by 1-0. And the time it came back at Old Trafford, we won 5. What a comfortable win for Manchester United into the Champions League. What a return in the Champions League, and Ole is really that man turning around things or making things happen at Manchester United. So we go to our first talking point, and that is the number 7 talking point. Is all about Marcus Rashford going rampant. This is self-explanatory because Marcus Rashford off the field is doing some good charity works, and I think he's a 22-year-old and he's really doing some good contributions off the field. But even on the field, he's really doing remarkable things, because Marcus Rashford really was introduced by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the 60th minute and demonstrated his calmness and composure for his first goal, especially after the assistant referee flag was raised in the build-up. But VAR went really to check in for this goal, and it was a goal. And I was asking myself when I was doing the watch along, I asked people that, guys, where is this assistant referee from? Because no one can be offside while he's still in his own half. By the time Bruno Fernandes passed this ball to Marcus Rashford was still in his half, and the assistant referee raised his flag, and I say, what the hell is this referee doing? Does he even know what he's doing? But thank God, VAR came to a check and it resulted into a goal. As for the next one, it was all power as he smashed his way through the Leipzig defense and blasted the ball into the back of the net, and a superb cameo from the forward. Of course, Marcus Rashford doesn't, and he netted his 3rd in the injury time after a very good assist from a player known as Anton Martial. Anton Martial got a ball from Bruno Fernandes. Martial took off 2 players of RB Leipzig. He entered the 18 yards box and he really passed the ball to a player known as Marcus Rashford, and Marcus Rashford really went rampant by scoring a third goal, his first hat-trick for Manchester United. And this season, he has scored 4 goals in the Champions League, 2 goals in the Premier League, and 1 goal in the League Cup. So when you add up the goals that he has close to 7 goals this season so far. What a start of a season by Marcus Rashford, having 1 goal in the League Cup, having 2 goals in the Premier League. Those are 3. He has 4 goals into the Champions League. Those are 7 goals. What a start of the season. Marcus Rashford, with some good assets on his name. I think the front 3 of Manchester United is really going to go on and do wonders into these games. So guys, that is Marcus Rashford for you. Our first talking point is all about Marcus Rashford going rampant, scoring 3 goals for Manchester United and adding them to the 2 that really Mason Greenwood and Anton Martial really came on to score. The other one is more Mason Greenwood magic. This is not a doubt, it's really a point to talk about, because Mason Greenwood, again and again, he has gone on to prove to us that he's that player that when he's given a chance to prove all his haters wrong, he has gone on to do it. Mason Greenwood is playing his 59th game for Manchester United on Wednesday, and he has now remarkably scored in 5 different competitions. The striker started off the first time in the European Premier Tournament, opened the scoring in the 21st minute, courtesy of an assist from Paul Pogba. In doing so, became the second youngest player to net for the Reds in the Champions League after Wayne Rooney. Remember, Wayne Rooney really, I think if his debut was against Fenerbahce and really fired in goals, and Mason Greenwood has now scored 6 European goals as a teenager, including last season's Europa League campaign. That's the joint most of any English alongside Marcus Rashford. So Mason Greenwood really is a player that is really proving to us that he's really that number 9. And where Ole played him yesterday, because Ole played a diamond, and Anton Martial and Mason Greenwood were leading the line. Then leading the line really brought up a lot of things to really discuss about whether Mason Greenwood will really bag a lot of goals when he's played as a targetsman, because the lad got only 1 chance and he put it in the back of the net. So that means he's more clinical, and he's a player that United really needs to look upon to each and every time we think that we don't have forwards. This really showed us that United really had a reason to bring in a player like Jadon Sancho, because we wouldn't even have brought in Edson Cavani if at all we brought in Jadon Sancho, because Jadon Sancho wrote the right wing, and we would have seen a very good competition between Anton Martial and Mason Greenwood as they lead the line for Manchester United, because Mason Greenwood has proved to it that when he's leading the line, he's a different player altogether. He's clinical, and I think he's that kind of player that Ole has groomed. And that magic really showed yesterday. His first goal into the UEFA Champions League. Remember, he bagged in close to 4 goals into the UEFA Europa, but in the Champions League, it's his first netting. And the other talking point, the third one, is Ole's tactical alternation. Yes, Ole really showed people, all silenced his people, and told them that, guys, you have been saying that you don't have tactics, and this time round, Ole launched a diamond against a team known as RB Leipzig, and this diamond really went ahead to cause problems to RB Leipzig, and it saw itself lose to Manchester United by 5 goals to 0. This diamond had 4 midfielders, Nemanja Matic sitting on the bottom. Let me show you. Let me bring you this lineup, guys. Let me bring it. Let me bring it for you. The lineup that I'm talking about, where Ole really went up and launched a diamond on. I think it's the first time we're playing a diamond. It's the first time we played a diamond in this era, and I think Ole really came in with a new juggler, and it really caught PSG on the wrong side of the bed, and they saw themselves concede close to 5 goals to 0 at Old Trafford. So let me show you the lineup that Ole really came up with. But that defense is okay, the forwards are okay, but look at the diamond where Nemanja Matic was playing on the bottom tip of the diamond, Pogba playing on the wide left of the diamond, Freddie playing on the extreme right of the diamond, and Danny Van Beek playing on its tip. So also Solskjaer really launched this system because this is the only system where Danny Van Beek can start at Manchester United, because all he really wants to see to it that he either has the Manjamatic or Scott McTominay into this team. And when you see to it that Ole sacrificed the player as Bruno Fernandes for Danny Van Beek into this diamond, and he really launched it up, and it really did great work. Remember, this is a modern 4-4-2 diamond system, although it was certainly a fluid formation in and out of possession. Facing RB Leipzig, RB Leipzig came with a 3-5-2, Ole's tactical switch meant that Manchester United crowded the middle and managed to stifle their creative players in the center of the back. So this is how I told you that Ole is really a tactical man, although he's learning from the job, but I'm liking the way he's doing his things. People will come and criticize him in some games, but Ole is really that man that is really tactical into his system of play. So up front, United had Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood, who managed to exploit the gaps in the visitors' three-man defense. We saw that in the particular of our first goal of the night, when Paul Pogba drove from the midfield and released Mason Greenwood inside the box, and it really went into the back of the net. So guys, that is the diamond that really Ole went in for, as Manchester United really thumped a team known as RB Leipzig by 5-0, and the diamond was launched by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's his first time to use this diamond, and it has really worked out for him. But because he knew that the strength of RB Leipzig was its midfield, and what Ole did was to put 4 midfielders into the midfield of Manchester United. Remember, RB Leipzig was playing a 3-5-2, and it had very many players in the midfield, and those of Manchester United really suffocated those of RB Leipzig, and the game really was won because of the midfield. So that is all for you, launching a really new system. That is a diamond that saw Danny Van Beek, Freddie, Paul Pogba, and Nemanja Matic dominate the game into the midfield. The other talking point is that I think this is the fourth one. It's the defensive discipline. Remember, United kept its first clean sheet of the season, kept its first clean sheet in the Champions League, because the first game that we really played against PSG, we really conceded an own goal from Anthony Martial. Leipzig have scored in all 5 of their Bundesliga games this season, and in the 2019-2020 netted against likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, and Borussia Dortmund. However, the visitors struggled to find a way past United's well-organized defense on Wednesday. That's also 2 clean sheets in a row against sides in this term's Champions League after the weekend draw against Chelsea. So United really has shown some defensive discipline into these 2 encounters, 2 consecutive games that we played at Old Trafford. That is against Chelsea, where we never considered a goal, and our defense, by the way, was threatened a lot by Chelsea. Remember, Chelsea had a single shot on target, and it was a free kick. So even this encounter of RB Leipzig, we went into this encounter and we saw ourselves really silencing the attack line of RB Leipzig, and they really never scored a goal past us, and we kept a second clean sheet in a row this season. Remember, we had only kept a clean sheet in the Carabao Cup, not in the Premier League, not until we played on Sunday against Chelsea, and we really had that clean sheet that we kept at Old Trafford. 2 clean sheets kept at Old Trafford. That is a nice defensive display at Old Trafford. Our 5th talking points are about Danny Van Beek on the spot. Danny Van Beek really dominated much of the pre-match chat. Yes, because people were asking themselves, even the Manchester United legendaries, especially the notable one was Patrice Evra. Patrice Evra literally came out and asked himself, why isn't Ole playing Danny Van Beek? Why isn't he playing Danny Van Beek? Why is he not playing him? Because he's a player really up there, and that United really need to fix. And Patrice Evra really bluntly claims Manchester United don't need Van Beek. That's what he went on and said. Evra bluntly claimed that Manchester United don't need Van Beek, as a new signing is spotted fuming on the bench versus Chelsea. So that's what Patrice Evra said, but he was really brought on by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this time round. And guess what? Danny Van Beek made his first start in the Champions League for Manchester United after the other games where Ole really saw him come on the bench, and those other games that he never featured, especially that game against Chelsea. Danny mainly operated at the top of the diamond. Yes, as I showed you, let me show you this diamond system. You see that diamond system? That's where Dan Van Beek operated a lot, on the tip, on the tip of the diamond. So, although he often pushed forward and played in a false nine position, either side of Mason Greenwood and Martin Martial, throughout the game he linked well with the front duo. He regularly slipped the ball into their paths in what was a great European debut for the Reds. So that is Danny Van Beek for you. Very many people were really asking and calling for Ole to field the lad known as Danny Van Beek, and Ole really went up to our questions or our asking, and he really fielded Danny Van Beek into that team, and he really came on and really showed to it that I'm the player that I'm supposed to be starting in Manchester United starting 11. So that is Danny Van Beek for you, really giving a nod. That is our fifth talking point of Danny Van Beek on fire. And the other one, the second last, is all about Anton Martial off the mark. Marcus Rashford once again showcased his charitable side near the end of the encounter. When of the two goals, he gave the ball to Anton Martial for our penalty. Yes, remember, Anton Martial was forward into the defense, and him being forward into the 18-yard box area of RB Leipzig, the referee pointed into the spot. The referee pointing into the spot, what did it mean? It meant that Manchester United had to score that penalty, and Marcus Rashford really hold the ball. Remember, he had only 2 goals, and him scoring that penalty could see him score a hat-trick. But he got off the ball, and Anton Martial took the penalty, and Martial scored his first goal of the season. But Ole, in the post-match reaction, said that he had ordered 2 players to take the penalty, either Paul Pogba and Anton Martial. But because Paul Pogba was off the field, that meant that Anton Martial was supposed to take the penalty. So the Frenchman mentioned to us in his pre-match interview that he was here to score this season, but his excellent sport kick changed that. And anyway, Marcus got his third a few minutes later. Yes, so Anton Martial scored his first goal of the season, but he has brought in a lot of penalties for Manchester United. One against the team known as a team known as Tottenham Hotspur, where he was red carded and he saw himself suspended for 3 Premier League games. The other one was against a team known as which team? PSG, yeah, a game against PSG, and the third one came against a team known as RB Leipzig. So he has really brought us 3 penalties this season, and almost all those are goals that have been scored by Manchester United players, especially Bruno Fernandes banging in the 2 and Anton Martial scoring into this one. And we go to how the group looks. Let me bring you how the group looks. That's the last talking point of how the group looks. And the group really looks okay for Manchester United because we are really on the top of the group. And I think this is some good news for all Manchester United lovers. Yeah, we go. That's how the group really looks. After 2 matches, United sits on the top of Group H with 6 points and a goal difference of 6 plus 6. In the other Group H clash, Paris Saint-Germain beat Istanbul Başakşehir by 2-0 in Turkey, thanks to a double from an unknown Everton player, that is Moise Kean. That makes PSG 3 points, all have 3 points in this group, the same as RB Leipzig with Istanbul, who Manchester United are to face next week, yet in a double-header, really slipping back, and they have really failed to bring in any goal and any assist, any goal and any point. So guys, that's the group in there for Manchester United against the team known as in the Group H of the Champions League. Guys, thank you for watching in. I'm Rokan, and those are the 7 talking points that we really had into this encounter. One was all about Rashford going rampant. Second, Ole's tactics that were really launched on that day. Third, Anton Martial already scoring his first goal. Mason Greenwood magic. Fifth, it was the defensive discipline. 3, it was Danny Van Beek really living up to the occasion as being demanded by other players. And 7 is how the group was standing. And those are the talking points that I really had for you here at United Street Television for the game of RB Leipzig up against Manchester United. Thank you guys for watching in. I'm Rokan. I'm signing out, but you can as well go into the comment section and tell me your talking point as far as this encounter is concerned. That is Manchester United 5, RB Leipzig 0. Those were my talking points. It's been nice, guys, being here. I'm signing out, but if at all you've just joined me and you've not yet subscribed to this channel, guys, endeavor to do the needful and subscribe to this channel, guys. See you in my next video of the day.